Okay. Hi, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. I tried to do a video earlier, but for some reason it didn't work out. So this is part two of my thoughts about the future and other stuff. Normally, I talk about survival, woodcrafting, gardening, food supply. I'm pretty good at it. Now, a lot of people just, well, I can't do this. Fine, adjust it. You know, like this. EMP, light. Also have candle lanterns. Simple. You put in kerosene or paraffin fuel. Make sure you have a window open so you don't get carbon monoxide poisoning. You want to make sure the kerosene is extra pure, light, little bit of heat. Now, I live in the desert. Today we had one of the worst days ever. And my little companion, Dino, yeah, it was really bad. Hi, Ontario Pepper. Sorry about that. Kids always dropping my notes. Uncle Alan's getting that old. Now, my friend Hubble's cat did a really good. Of course, I know half a dozen really angry conservatives and Republicans and a few gun owners will probably freak out over it, but I don't care. Hubble's my friend and Hubble's cat. But like I said, people don't understand the big picture. Same game, they played this in 1895 and they're still doing it, but with new players. Just change the players. It was the Czar, um, let's see, Czar, some kind of emperor, and I forget, the Kaiser. Now we've got a whole new set of players. And this has been going on since World War II. In the last 40 years, we've been playing, well, last 75 years, we've been playing the World War II and a half game. Nobody wins at that game, kids. And a lot of people tell me, war's an economy, Uncle Al. You're playing with dangerous stuff, boys and girls. I have to agree with Hubbles. Nobody wins on this round. If the nukes don't get you, tech will. A lot of people forget that in both Russia, China, each country spends a certain amount of money on gear. Now, Russia's pretty good, and China's pretty good, and America's pretty good. They spend anywhere from $17,000 to $20,000 or $25,000 per soldier in these countries. Now, a lot of little countries like Cuba and Venezuela and a few others don't realize, and North Korea, that they have to get these economic warfare material to do. And what that usually they're fighting for: water, food, oil. Venezuela had oil, but they goofed it up. Norway had oil, but they didn't goof it up. And my favorite politician, Bernie Sanders. Yeah, let me get my dinosaur buddy out to explain. Uncle Bernie is stuck in the 1970s. He thinks everything should be in that kind of socialism. That type of socialism went out through, the side doors, like the folks during 1930s Germany. That didn't work out too good. Um, Other places where they had democratic socialism, extreme form, you have, the guy with the, and nobody wants that again. Or you go the other versions where you have, what do you mean we don't have oil or natural resources? Let's sterilize the population. You don't want to do that again either, but a lot of people, it's not China, folks. Who China copies was Denmark and Sweden. Yeah, always sterilize your poor and the indigenous population. And now Sweden says, oh, no, we never do that. And then the photos come out and everybody's like, oh, I'm shocked. No. And then, Oh, these are just common thoughts Uncle Alan has. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. And a lot of people says, well, Uncle Alan, you're so good at weather and mathematics and growing vegetables. Yeah, because I'm trying to get retired. And if people give me more money, it can. When you give Bernie Sanders, who is a multimillionaire, money, that money goes to one thing: his corporation buddies or the guy they banned out of the Philippines. Now, me and Hubbles are at different ends of the spectrums. For one thing, every time, excuse me, I'm having asthma, hay fever, you name it. Plus, I'm trying to lose weight, which is real fun. And then my dear mother overstocks the freezer with leftovers, dried foods, and removes my. This is a good tip, Steve, Corsair trainers. I used to have big, solid, whatchamacallit, blue ice things. So when the power goes off, my freezer stays cold. Guess what happens? She put in dry food and took out the blue ice. Luckily, I wasn't that stupid and have it in my other bigger freezer. My side freezer is all screwed up, and hopefully it resets and chills everything to a proper temperature. Now, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work because every time it gets 102, something always screws up in this nice little house. And so, back to the drawing board. If my name wasn't Uncle Al, it'd be changed to Uncle Murphy. What else can happen to me? Oh, Uncle Al, you win the lotto and you got hit by a truck and struck by 3 Democrats going crazy. That's my life, you know. What do you think? I have a bug out bag, a bolt bag, self defense. Well, I don't have that anymore, but you know, I live in California. California is going to have an epidemic and you can't stop it. So I don't really care. I'm cracking up. Uncle Alan doesn't play the game anymore, boys and girls. Like I said, I like Hubbles and I like sorry, wasteland prepping. You got a good kit, but you got to test it. A lot of people have, uh, sorry, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying not to have a little, okay. You're trying not to have a system that will fail during that time period. If you don't use it, don't carry it. And I said, well, I might need, no. I've seen people carry some weird stuff. You're going to go from point A, 3 days travel, bicycle, walking, horse, whatever, with about anywhere from 30 to 60 pounds. Now, a lot of people, but Uncle Alan, I don't understand. It's like, you better know the air temperature, the seasons. You better know the terrain. You better know what's out there. I could trust West. West Des, pretty good. Or Wayne, West Wind Survival. I think I got it. Yep, right here. Okay, they know what they're doing. And I know Wayne knows how to track. Now, Uncle Alan sometimes go blah, 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 off to the deep end, but that's always good. And if you want reasons and logic, you go check my friend up in Canada, Hubble's Cat. But Uncle Alan don't care. I don't care about profit. If you want to give a donation, that's fine. But don't give it to people who are promising you to the moon because they keep doing it and they're using the same pattern. I wish somebody would hire me. I don't mind working Democrats. You better pay me a lot. Or Republicans pay me a lot. Because Uncle Alan, in theory, is a pirate. Okay, now we've been discussing, I think it was Tyler, High Desert Pioneer, West Wind Survival, and Corsair Trainer, where we're talking about EMP 1 second after. Now, Uncle Alan used to live out deep, don't care. But here in the suburbs, I got to be careful because there are a lot of people that depended on those self, what do they call those things? Whoops. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I thought I blacked out. No, it's still running. Yeah, Uncle Alan's sometimes nuts. No kidding, Dino. Yeah, Ontario Prepper, Uncle Alan's still losing it. Okay, what was I saying about? Oh, yeah, EMP. A lot of people are discussing about that. That was a good theory, a good tabletop exercise. One, Uncle Alan has a posthole digger, and I'm going to dig an outhouse because a lot of people don't understand that water and sanitation is going to be a big trouble. Now, I think it'll take what the High Desert Pioneer says. He's going to pop the top of the septic tank. That's not a good idea because most septic tanks work under water flow pressure. So you pop the top and got a big hole. You're going to either have a methane explosion or overfill or backflush. And if you're crazy enough to dump raw toilet paper in there, you're going to have a little surprise. So it's a good idea to make either a compost toilet or an outhouse and do it that way. Now, a lot of people who are living in apartment buildings, especially those mega buildings, like in the one in Canada that people that during the big snowstorm about, I think, 5, 10 years ago, didn't realize that when the pressure drops, all the sewage drops, which is pretty disgusting if you live on the bottom 3 floors. Like it's a 40-story apartment building, and next thing you have brown geysers coming out of the toilet. And also people in the big mega cities, and clowns cracking up, East Coast. I hope you understand what Uncle Alan's trying to tell you. You better cap those toilets. You don't put a plug. Shut off the water if it's a real EMP and cap your toilet. Because other than a brown flush, something might be crawling up. Because people don't believe me, but I seen a New York rat crawl out of a toilet. And it's going to be fun when you have about 40 of them coming out of your toilets in the middle of the night and you're shooting at them with whatever weapon you have. It would be more funnier if you had a slingshot. Sorry. But Uncle Alan just around. You know, a lot of people don't think ahead of time. And Uncle Alan uses the old tactic, out of sight, out of mind. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't think like that. Now, I love the Democrats. You're going to lose like you wouldn't believe in 2020. No chance in hell. But you will win in 2025. Already figured out the figures. This part is, we're just talking. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's my thoughts about the future. Now, in 2025, there will be a person. I think it'll be a woman, but I'm not too sure. It could be a tan man, um, kind of homogenous kind of person who will run for the Democratic ticket. Or it could be a woman who is kind of homogenous. But a lot of people are kind of, they don't think. But where older generation is dying off, the younger generation is going to try socialism. I know Hubble's cats be dancing in the streets. He's my friend, and he did a good video. I don't mind. I like this stuff. Not attacking you, Hubbles. It's kind of funny. Because socialism will be in Mexico, Canada, and the United States. And by that time, everybody with anything will be attacking us. You know how Rome died, so don't worry about it. I'm not playing the game. Uncle Alan's too smart. I'm stepping out. No, I'm not committing that one, you idiots. Uncle Alan's way too smart. So, I have a book I was writing, but I keep forgetting. I keep losing pages. But I started in 1982, I think, but it's been a while. I gotta find it. I got about that thick of a book that I've been working here, working there. And like I said, let me give a quick shout out. Just babbling. And let's see. No, you don't want to know about that. That's funny as hell. Oh, it went up to 183 million, 183 million socialists, commies, liberals, Democrats, etc., etc. You don't want to learn about that. Okay. Palmetto prepare. Let's talk about prepping. Cheryl, her DIY family, or is it fun? Fun. Sorry, sorry. It's about what time is it? 1:40 in the morning. And little lady prepper, like the Bob video, very good. And let's see, prepping in progress. And manifest. I think it's Reed's channel, Manifestation of Imagination. Sorry I went over 16 minutes, but I'm having fun tonight. I didn't take any pain pills. I meditated. I tried to sleep in the summer version of my bed, no phone. And I'm not taking any pain pills, so that's always fun. So, and tomorrow I have to figure out on bills again. So anyway, folks, like I said, the tabletop exercises that Tyler was talking about was pretty good. Bad thing was he was talking about adding agents to like water in the soil, and I know people put tablets to make their sprouts grow thicker and greener. Fine for microgreens, bad for sprouts. Sprouts is generally water, and I use a mister, so I don't use that much water, and it's not soaking all the time. And you want to use a piece of cheesecloth on top of the fibers, because I know Tyler, let's talk about prepping. We'll skip that step, and he'll put his soily water on it, and like, wow. And then Tyler will be in the hospital for, all those recall, like listeria or some other weird thing. I don't know. There's like 5 different pathogens. And a lot of you people remember what happened to the romaine lettuce and certain things. People are not very sanitary, and one mistake will kill everybody. So eating certain things that I hopefully you know how to clean, because eating certain raw foods wrong will kill you faster than lightning. I trust Wes and I trust a few other people, but Tyler, you're taking your risk in your own hands and eating from dirt. I don't know. Well, that's my little chat and thought of the future. I'll catch you kids later. I went over almost 19 minutes. Shoot. I never do that. That's kind of crazy for Uncle Al. But, oh well. Bye, kids.